Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter probability, and the lessons we're going to cover today are identify independent and dependent events, probability of dependent and independent events, factorials, and then we'll do permutations. So let's just start with the first lesson. Okay, let's just start with here. I'm on grade 7 maths. The chapter we're going to start with is the probability. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is independent, identify independent and dependent events. So what are the dependent events? Independent events. Two events are independent if the outcome of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event. Got it? Like the outcome of the first event is not affected by the outcome of the other event. Got it? Let's just start with the examples. Hele and Johnny are playing a game with dice. Hele rolls the dice first and John rolls second. Are these two events dependent or independent? No. Whenever you are working with a spinner or dice, they are always independent events. Got it? Like the first time, if you are going to roll the die, you have six options because on a die you have one, two, three, four, five, six. Got it? For the second time, if another one is going to roll a die, he have the same options, same six options. So that's why both the events are independent. Got it? Okay, just look at the other example. In history class, Monica has to select a historical figure to dress up as. Then Bonnie will select one, two. There are no repeats allowed. So are these two events dependent or independent? Okay, so repetitions are not allowed. For example, if Monica selected one of the historical figure, no one can select this one. Got it? Because repetitions are not allowed. Got it? Like let's suppose if you have four different types of the options. One option, Monica selected option number one. Now you have for Boni, he have three options. Got it? So that means these events are dependent events. Whenever repetitions are not allowed, that means the events are dependent. Got it? Okay. The next one is Brian picks a marble at random, put it back, and then picks another marble at random. Are these two events dependent or independent? So you have four marbles. You pick a one, but then you put it back and you pick again. For the next time, you have again four options. Got it? That means these events are, this event is independent event. If because if you put it back, you have the same number again and again. Got it? The same number of marbles. Each time you have four marbles because you put them back. So in the case when you're not going to put the back, like if you pick a marble without putting it back, you're going to select another marble. That would be the dependent events. But if you pick the marble back, that would be independent event. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay. A school counselor is looking over a pile of class request forms. One form requests weight training as an elective, another form for request ceramics. Are these two events dependent or independent? So which is the correct option? Both the events are independent events. You have different forms for different requests. Got it? So that means the events are independent. Like for weight training, you have another form, and for the ceramics, you have another form. So they are independent event. Got it? Dakota buys a sculpture at an art show featuring one of a kind art. A few minutes later, Kele comes to the same art shop and buy a sculpture too. Are these two events dependent or independent? They are dependent event because the sculpture Dakota buy is not available for the Kelly. For example, when Dakota went to the art show, they have five sculptures. Now one of the sculpture Dakota buy. So Kelly went after few times. Kelly have now four options to buy. He don't have the fifth one. So it would be the dependent event. The events are dependent. Okay, Brian picks a marble at random, put it back, and then pick another marble at random. Are these two events dependent or independent? So he pick a marble. For the first time, you have four marbles. You pick a marble, you put it back. Now for the second time, you have again four marbles because you put the one back. So you have same marbles every time. That means the events are independent. They are independent events. Okay, Victor picks a card at random. Without putting the first card back, he picks a second card at random. Are these two even dependent or independent? So for the first time, you have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven cards. Got it? So he pick a card and without putting back. So once he pick a card, you are left with six cards. Got it? So that means for the second times you have one less card. That means the outcome of the second event is affected by the first event. Got it? It would not be same for the second event. So they are the dependent events. Got it? The correct option is option number one. Okay, in history class, Monica has to select a historical dress to dress up as. Then Booni will select one, two. There are no repeats allowed. Are these two events dependent or independent? That's the same we did on the tutorial. So when the repetitions is not allowed, that means they are the dependent event. Because for example, Monica have three options to select one from. Now one of the dresses Monica selected. Now for the Bunny just have two options because he cannot repeat the one that Monica selected. Got it? So it would be dependent event. On the patio of Brennan's Pizzeria, the Atkinson's family decide on a type of pizza to order. In the back of the restaurant, a group of friends also chooses a pizza to order. Are these two events dependent or independent? Whenever you go to restaurant, events are independent. You can order anything from the menu. Got it? So it would be independent event. Got it? It doesn't matter what Atkinson's family select and what the other group of friends select. Got it? So it would be independent. Okay, Kira spins the spinner twice. Are these two events dependent or independent? Keep this very important point in your mind. Whenever you are working with the dice and the spinner, always the events are independent. Got it? Because whenever you throw a spinner, whenever you throw a die, you have six options. And whenever you spin the spinner, you have four options. You cannot remove any option from the spinner. So it would be independent event. Gabby chooses a colored marble from a fixed mixed bag and write down the color. Gabby leaves it out and then draws another. Are these two events dependent or independent? So he selected a marble and leave it out. He didn't put the marble back in the bag. Got it? That means these two events are dependent event because he didn't put the marble back. So it would be dependent event. Dave picks a card at random. Without putting the first card back, he picks a second card at random, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Are these two events dependent or independent? So again, you have the words without putting the card back. That means these events are dependent event. Got it? They are dependent event because they didn't put the card back. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test for yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is probability of dependent and independent events. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, the next one is you pick a card at random. Now you're going to calculate the probability of the independent and independent events. Got it? So if the events are independent, probability is exactly same like we do. But if the events are dependent, let's see how do we calculate the probability then. Okay, you pick a card at random without putting the card back. You pick a second card at random. What is the probability of red or blue? Okay, the first event is probability of red. Got it? So for the first time, you have 5 cards and you have 3 red cards. So the probability of red would be 3 by 5. Got it? That is the first time you're going to pick the card. Now for the second time, you have to pick the blue card, but you picked 1 red card. Now for the second time, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Got it? And out of the 4, you have 2 blue cards. So the second event has the probability 2 by 4. Got it? So you need to multiply both the probabilities to calculate basically that they are the compound events. So you have to multiply both the probabilities. It would be 3 by 5 and 2 by 4. So it would be 3 by 6 by 20 and that would be 30%. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, you pick a card at random, put it back, and then pick another card at random. 2, 3, 4, or 5. What is the probability of even or less than 5? Let's just first understand. You pick the card back. Got it? That means the events are independent. Got it? Let's just calculate the events. You have to calculate the probability of even. The cards are 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold on. Let me just write it down on the board. Okay, the cards are 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you have to calculate the probability of even and less than 5. Let's just calculate the probability of even first. Okay, the total numbers are 4. The total cards are 4. Out of 4, how many of them are even? 2 numbers are even, 1 and 2. That means the probability of even is 2 by 4. Because they are the independent events, so for the second time you have the same cards. Got it? Less than 5. How many cards are less than 5? 1, 2, 3. You have 3 cards that are less than 5. So the probability of less than 5 would be 3 over 5. Got it? So for the compound probability, you have to multiply both the probabilities. Probability of even and probability of less than 5. You just have to multiply 2 times 4 times 3 over 5. So 2 times 3 is 6 and 5 times 4 is 20. It would be 6 by 20 and it would be 30%. When you divide it would be 30%. Got it? So the correct option is 6 over 8. Oh, 3 by 5. Sorry, it would be 3 by 4, not 8. Sorry. And 4 times 4 is 16. So 6 over 16 is 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 8 is, yes, it would be 3 over 8. The correct option is 3 over 8. Okay, the next one is you pick a card at random. Without putting the card back, you pick a second card at random. What is the probability of red and blue? That's the same we just did on the tutorial. So you didn't put the card back. That means the probability is they are the dependent events. Got it? So for the first time, you have to select red. So what is the probability of red? Hold on. Okay. So first time you have to calculate the probability of red. So when you are going to select first time, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and out of them 3 are red. It would be 3 over 5. Now you didn't put the card back. This one is not now for the second time. Got it? You're going to select the blue card. So you have now 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards. And out of the 4, 2 of them are blue. It would be 2 over 4. Got it? That's the same we did on the tutorial actually. So you have to multiply both the probabilities. Probability of red and blue, it would be 3 by 5 and 2 by 4. That would be actually 30%. 6 divided by 20. So it would be 30%. Got it? So the correct option is 30%. Okay, let's just select the correct option. Okay, the next one is you roll a six-sided die 2 times. What is the probability of odd and probability of even, which is the correct? See, you have 6 numbers on the die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? 3 of them are even and 3 of them are odd. Got it? So the probability of odd and even is you have 6 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of them are even. So the probability of even would be 3 over 6. And the probability of odd is exactly same. It would be 3 over 6. It would be 1 over 2, 1 over 2. Got it? So just multiply both the probabilities. It would be 1 over 4, and that means it would be 1 by 2, 1 by 4. It would be 25%. Got it? The correct option is 25%. Okay, the next one is you pick a marble at random without putting the first marble back. You pick a second marble at random. What is the probability of red and probability of white? So let's just calculate the probability of red and probability of red. You didn't put the card back. That means the event are dependent events. Got it? Okay, for the first time, you're going to select red marble. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are red. You have 5 out of 7 options. For this sec, you didn't put the one. Let's suppose you put this one. Now you have 1, 2, 3. You select this one. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 marbles. So for the white, you have now 6 marbles because the one you put, you didn't put it back. Now you have 6 out of the 6, 2 of them are white. So you need to calculate the probability of red and white. Just multiply both the probabilities. It would be 2 over 6. So 5 times 2 is 10 and 7 times 6 is 42. So it would be 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 21. So the correct option is 5 over 21. Got it? The correct option is 5 over 21. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is Factorials. Let's just start with the next lesson. So what is factorial? How do we calculate the factorial? Here is the definition. A whole number followed by an exclamation point is a factorial. Yeah, like whenever you see number like this 4 and have an exclamation mark 4 factorial, you can read it as, got it? The sign in the math would be factorial. To evaluate a factorial, what you have to do, multiply all the numbers between 1 and the given whole number. So in this case, the given whole number is 4. So how many numbers between 1 and 4? They are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just multiply them, it would be 24. Got it? Okay, the next one is 3 factorial. A whole number followed by an exclamation mark point is called a factorial. To evaluate the factorial, you have to multiply all the whole numbers between 1 and the given number. So it would be 3 factorial. That means you need to do 3 times 2 times 1. So it would be 6. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, 4 factorial. So you have to do, you have to multiply 1 and all the whole numbers that are between 1 and the given number. So 4 factorial would be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. It means 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is 24. So 4 factorial is 24. Got it? The correct option is 24. Okay, the next one is 3 factorial. That means you have to do 3 times 2 times 1. Got it? It would be 3 times 2 is 6. That means 3 factorial equals 6. The correct option is 6. Okay, then you have 2 factorial. So it would be 2 factorial is 2 times 1. Got it? So it would be 2. The correct option is 2. Okay, then you have 5 factorial. So it would be 5 factorial. It would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. And 60 times 2 is 120. So 5 factorial equals 120. Got it? 5 factorial is 120. Correct option is 120. Okay, the next one is 4 factorial. So which is the correct option? It would be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 24. So the correct option is 24. Okay, 5 factorial. So which is the correct option? Five factorial is 120. So the correct option is 120. It would be 120. Okay, the next one is 2 factorial. So which is the correct option? 2 factorial is 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So the correct option is 2. Four factorial equals 24. So the correct option is 24. Three factorial, it would be 6. The correct option is 6. Four factorial. 4 factorial equals 24. So the correct option is 24. Okay, we are done with the test. Let's just move on to the next lesson. I think the next one would be permutations. Let's just start with the permutations. Okay, yes, the next one would be permutations. Okay. Okay, every summer in Landberry, the city puts on a big display of fireworks. For the year's event, the grand finale will use white, yellow, and orange fireworks. So you have three options for the fireworks. They are white, yellow, and orange. In how many different orders can the different colors of firework appear in the grand finale? So basically, whenever you have to calculate the orders, different orders, you have to calculate the factorial. Got it? So it would be you have three colors, white, yellow, and orange. So you need to calculate 3 factorial. It will be 3 times 2 is 6. That means you just have 6 options. Got it? Okay, the next one would be Jacob is getting a pinata for his birthday party. The 5 children at the party are going to take turns trying to break it open. If each child gets one turn, in how many different orders could the children take turns? So you have total 5 children. Whenever you have to calculate the orders, you have to calculate the factorial. Just use 5 factorial. So it would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 120. Got it? So the correct option is 120. Now let's just start with the test questions. Okay, Becky, a ballroom dance instructor, is teaching 5 new types of dances to her class. In how many different orders could the dances be taught? Which is the correct option? Whenever you have to calculate the orders, you have to calculate the factorial. It would be 5 factorial. So 5 factorial equals 120. The correct option is 120. Okay, the next one is Trisha likes to read the Sunday paper while eating brunch. If the sections she reads and are editorial opinions, style, sports, and movie review, in how many different orders can she read them? You have one, two, three, and four options. You have to calculate 4 factorial. So 4 factorial equals, it would be 24. Got it? 4 factorial equals 24. So the correct option is 24. Very good. Okay, the next one is Mr. Blackburn is arranging his class bookshelf. He has a novel, a grammar guide, and a binder. In how many different orders can he arrange the books? So, which is the correct option? You have novel, grammar guide, and binder. Three options. You need to calculate 3 factorial. So, 3 factorial equals. Yes, it would be 12. 3 factorial equals 12. That would be from grade 7 maths. The chapter we're working on is probability. And you can see the lesson name on the top right corner. It will be permutations. So we're working on the permutations. Got it? Okay, yes, it would be 6. 3 times 2 is 6. So you have 6 options. Okay, the next one is a restaurant is adding 5 new items to its salad bar. In how many different orders could the manager decide to arrange the items in a row? So, which is the correct option? 5 items. Got it? You need to calculate 5 factorial. So, 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. It would be 120. The correct option is 120. Rafi, an employee at a video store, will be reorganizing the movie in 4 sections of the store, one section at a time. In how many different orders could he reorganize those sections? So 4 sections he have. So which is the correct option? 4 factorial equals, yes, it would be 24. The correct option is 24. Okay, Ariel works at a bakery. She needs to restock the containers of orange, purple, yellow, white, and lavender sprinkles. And how many different orders can she restock the containers of sprinkles order, which is the correct option? Yes, it would be 5 factorial, and 5 factorial equals 120. Got it? It would be 120. Okay, the next one is Carmen makes a smoothie for breakfast every morning. Today she wants to use pear, kiwi, and apricot. And how many different orders can she add these fruits to her blender, which is the correct option? Yes, it would be 3 factorials, and 3 factorial means you have 6 orders. Jacob is getting a pinata for his birthday party. The 5 children at the party are going to take turns trying to break it open. If each child gets one turn, in how many different orders could the children take turns? So, which is the correct option? 5 factorial, and 5 factorial means, yes, it would be 120. It would be, an auctioneer is preparing to auction off some items in an estate sale. In how many different orders can a vintage record record collection, a rare coin collection, a heirloom collection, and a famous painting can be presented at the auction? So, which is the correct option? It would be 4 factorial. That means it is 24. Got it? It would be 24. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So, we're working on grade 7 maths. We're working on the chapter probability. And the lessons we have covered today are identify independent events, probability of independent events, factorials, and permutations. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.